Last time on Cloudfall. They landed at Dawn's Edge, but not before making their final preparations between Lodom and Small Castle. The Shatterhorn has been upgraded with
With thumbs! It's got thumbs!
One has two thumbs and flies between the clouds. This guy.
The Shatterhorn has been upgraded with Leviathan plating, as well as a couple of loose cannons. And their lead technician, Rune, is keeping close by in his own ship. They said goodbye to Bobka and Benjamin and helped some refugees get settled. And then they bid Flappy, the undead mecha dragon, a fond farewell.
Do we name it Flappy?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're back in Doran's old neighborhood, his old kingdom. And the local townsfolk are planning a revolution. But 2 weeks too late. It's time to speed up this throwdown and find out if they really can survive the darkest dawn. You're in the basement of the Shitty Horse, here in the old Elm District of Dawn's Edge. This is where you met Warble, the Warforged, and Serve, the Furbolg, and learned about the impending revolution in Dawn's Edge. Poppy and Serve were just discussing who gets the rights to kill Avon in the impending revolution. And that crowd is starting to filter out as the official meeting winds down.
I think I should get the honors. Well, maybe honor is a weird way to say that. Responsibility?
Poppy, at much of our journeys together, you've kind of encouraged us not to kill people. Where is this coming from?
Desperate times? I don't know. I feel like part of this is my fault.
Well, I hope we haven't been a bad influence on you, Poppy.
Maybe not a bad one, but definitely an influence.
I think we're putting the cart before the horse a little bit. We don't need to plan to kill your parents.
I think I would prefer not to, but if it comes down to it, I feel like I should be the one to have to do it.
It's good to be prepared for anything, Poppy, but when the time comes, who knows what the situation will be. Any of us have to be ready to act.
I haven't been pulling my weight.
I don't think killing your parents will change anything that is going on with our dynamic here, and you have been pulling your weight.
Yeah, you feed us every day.
You don't need to make up for anything, including your name.
If I had stayed in contact with them, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
I doubt that.
You can't control other people's actions. You can only control your own and what you're responsible for and what you've done. So you're worrying about, I think, a little bit of the wrong things. We just need to worry about how to dissolve the situation as much as possible, it seems like.
Guy and Doran make insight checks.
Nice.
11.
13.
Okay. Serve is kind of nodding along with everything that's being said here, and then eventually kind of addresses the group again. I think it makes the most sense that you at least get first swing.
Me?
Yeah. If you want to talk to him, that's fine by me. But I think this will come down to violence, but I'm not going to be the one that says don't try something else.
I don't really know who they are anymore, but my parents used to be just business people.
Serv kneels down to where you are and he says, I think that's how it always starts.
Sorry. Ain't that the truth? I just feel responsible.
You're not. I mean, everyone's responsible for their own actions. I haven't seen your face once around here. I don't know how you could be.
Well, I didn't even know they were here.
So how could you be? Realistically, you're off the hook. We could appreciate your help. He stands back up and stares directly at Sojourn and says, as for the rest of you, are you all of you? And then he quickly looks around at everybody else. Are you all down for the cause?
You can count us in. Well, me at least.
Definitely love overthrowing power.
Doran does a glance towards Corey. I'm assuming he overheard some of the conversation here. Can I get an insight check on Corey?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, he wanted you to roll? Just kidding.
25 this time.
Damn. So, Coriander is on the fringes of your group. He's actually quite close to those stairs leading back up.
Mm-hmm.
Doran, with a 25, you catch that Coriander is toggling a decision in his head. And it looks like he's actually ready to bolt.
All of us are willing to do what we have to. And I try to walk back up towards where Corey is, and I'm going to just ready the spell.
Kill brother.
No, that one I did not prepare. I'm just going to ready the spell command just to tell him to halt if necessary.
Mm-hmm. He says, yeah, of course. We're all in this together, right?
Yeah. My mom always said to finish what you started. And it might be the only good thing she's ever taught me.
But that means she will be expecting us to finish what we started.
I think she's always underestimated me.
And perhaps Corey, too.
Yeah, totally underestimated me.
Well, in any case, I think our next step is probably to go visit your mom, right, Poppy?
Should we talk to Forge Master Bump first?
Yeah.
Is there any danger of running into your father with the Forge Master?
Warble steps in and says, there's really not. A lot of these automatons are not allowed to go out of their work areas, respectively. Even Forge Master Bump, high-ranking as he is kind of stuck.
But would Father be around there? Or does he keep to his own?
Well, nobody's really seen Father for a few weeks now. It's kind of assumed he doesn't need to eat or sleep or rest. He just works. And he's deep in the belly of it. When we do take out Father, though, it's got to be a precision strike. And it's got to be sooner rather than later. We can take out a few brainless machines ourselves, but we can't kill a god.
He's not a god.
He wasn't. According to some people around here, you've already killed a god once or twice.
We got a reputation to maintain then.
What of the missing king? Are people still searching for the true leader of Dawn's Edge?
Serv says, I'm afraid not. At least, not in the capacity they ought to be. Whether it was expected or not, they're taking every opportunity to pretend like he never existed.
Is there anyone that was close to the king that we could talk to that might know more information about, if he's not dead, where he could have disappeared to?
Maybe some of his old loyalists, but I wouldn't trust a lot of the people that are in the castle keep currently.
Are there any old loyalists that we could track down?
Yeah, if there are, they're around here. Elm District. It's where we all gathered into.
If he is alive, is there any chance my parents have him for some reason?
That could be. Hostage, prisoner. I don't know why they wouldn't have just killed him outright.
Right, there haven't been any, ransom demands or anything.
Nothing like that. And this is also fresh, just a few days ago. You all notice that there's somebody else kind of waiting in the wings wanting to talk to you. Some of you might remember it as the person who showed that hologram crystal earlier of your exploits on Baxi. Mm-hmm. They're holding a leather sack kind of close to their stomach.
Can I help you?
Oh, hey. You are the heroes of the clouds.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's it to you?
Sorry. Go ahead.
What, you look like you want to ask us something?
Well, are you really here to... I mean, this isn't the clouds. Are you here to save us?
Well, I mean, we're gonna deal with some things, it sounds like. I don't know. I mean, we can't make any promises, but we tend to end up helping people.
Yes, we're here to save you.
Okay, good. She kind of walks over to Poppy. Listen,
Aaron just shrugs and walks away.
Why does anybody like me? God.
I'm so friendly.
And she says, I wanted to help this revolution. I do. I want to help this revolution, and I'm in it however I can help, but I'm not the fighting type. She pulls out a never used dagger from her side and then struggles to undo the scabbard and bring it out. She kind of gets it half out and then moves her hand away like she's scared of the sharp edge. Says, I mean, I can fight if I had to, but then she closes the dagger again. I don't want to have to.
She's grass type, not fighting type.
Well, what do you do otherwise? What is your thing?
Oh, I'm a waitress.
Do you work here?
No, sorry, I work at Driscoll's.
I'm sorry, what, what's Driscoll's?
Oh, it's a restaurant a couple blocks over. Anyway, I've had this stuff for a while. Some of it's my dad's. He was more of the adventuring type. I'm really not, but I've been holding on to these potions and stuff for many years, and I just feel like this would be the right time to make use of it, and they're not for me. Here. She hands over that leather sack, Poppy, and you take a glance in there and you see a few things knocking around. When you open it up inside, you see a scroll of true seeing. Ironically, a potion of invisibility. You find a rope and hook, 8 sticks of dynamite, and 2 potions of superior healing. That's 8d4 plus 8.
Are you sure you want us to have this?
Yeah, I mean, I've literally had these for years, and I'm just thinking okay, well, should I use them now or should I hold on to them? And I just keep holding on to them.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I have a bottle of wine I've never opened 'cause it's for a special occasion.
Right, and then what's the special occasion?
Right?
You never know.
What did you say your name was?
Sydney.
My name is Sydney McNuggets.
Oh, no.
That's a wonderful name. I'm Poppy Kenmore, which you already knew. Sojourn,
Yeah.
do you want to introduce yourself? I'm just going to go put this somewhere safe.
Yeah. Thanks for all your help with that bag of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Sydney, you said you're a waitress. I mean, to me, that says you know how to talk to people.
Sure, I see a lot of people, do a lot of talking.
Yeah. Maybe one way that you could help this revolution is by spreading the word about people getting out of town if they can.
Yeah, and I have been, but some people are just diehards, they won't go. And that's the one nice thing. Anybody who wants to leave, they can just get on one of the airships and they're out of here, right? They leave daily. They're just letting people leave the city whenever they want to, and they make it easy.
Is that weird?
That seems strange.
I don't think that's weird.
I think it works to their benefit, right? Get out anyone who doesn't support them.
All right. Well, yeah, thanks.
Good luck. I hope it makes a difference.
I'm sure it will.
I hope you never have to use the dagger, but you should brush up on your skills just in case.
She looks at it with kind of kind of...
Was Sydney a human?
We'll make Sydney a halfling for flavor.
Halfling? Okay.
Hey, Doran.
Yeah, Sojourn.
Doran stops, turns around, and goes, "Halt!" And what's the save on that?
Oh, not to Sojourn.
Correct. Not to I.
Stop talking to me.
17 is going to be the save.
That is a 14 on
Okay.
Coriander. Coriander gets 1 step up and freezes.
All right, so that only works for about 6 seconds. So I'm going to go up and put my hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Corey, you were about to run, weren't you?
You feel that 6 seconds go up, and he actually gets tighter from the command as you feel him kind of freeze up, and he goes, I thought we were leaving.
Oh, we are. We're leaving as a group, though, right?
Of course. I'm going to have him fail that deception check.
Okay. I'm going to attempt something. I'm going to try to pull out an echo bell and try to sleight of hand drop it into a pocket of Corey's. Since Doran's not good at this sort of thing, he's going to just go in for a hug. As a sleight of hand.
Suspicious
Yep.
at all.
Good.
Corey, I can tell you're afraid. I can't imagine what it's like to be hearing what Poppy's saying and what we're all talking about. But, you know, I believe in you, and I'm not going to force you to do anything. So, yeah, no more spells. Do what you got to do.
All right.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Right.
Best hug of your life.
And Corey is rolling with disadvantage for the situation you put him in. And
Okay.
with disadvantage, he gets a natural 1.
Okay. So, yeah.
He's really into what Doran is hugging.
First the nipple clamps, now a hug.
Yeah.
You feel Coriander like fully relax with an exhale, and he says, I'm so glad to be on the good guy's side this time. I'm sorry I got scared.
It's all right.
It's okay, Corey. I'm scared too.
Okay, I'm sorry. That, he looks at you, Doran, and says, that won't happen again.
I won't do spells again.
Good.
Not like that.
All right.
Never again.
Do what you got to do. All right. So we're, what were you going to say, Sojourn? I'm going to turn my back to Corey, giving him like an opportunity, basically.
Yeah. So Sydney just mentioned a restaurant called Driscoll's, and I was wondering if maybe that might be relevant to you.
It is, yeah. I can't even think about going there right now.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to. It's weird, like, they are my parents.
Yeah.
I feel like I lied to them somehow by not being their kid. I don't know if they knew.
Doran,
Did I?
it's not your fault.
I'm not ready right now.
Okay.
Let's deal with some of this.
Something to think about. If I had the chance to see any of my family again, I'd take it in a heartbeat.
Do they know you're alive?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Doran, you've got this sudden emotion kind of coursing through you. It's causing your heartbeat to accelerate just a little bit. And on top of that, you almost feel that like bismite tingle of when you had used your powers and it kind of backlashed at you towards the end. And you're starting to get this compiling runaway of all of these worries at the same time. Being back home, your bismite powers creeping up on you. You have no idea where Lyrian is. You haven't met him for a long time, and all of this is just starting to pile up on you so much that there's a pulse. And in a flash, you feel the city beneath you crumbling and falling to pieces. And you get this sudden, like almost falling asleep and waking up.
I reach for a chair and like tip it over and make it crash a bit, fall and like lean into Sojourn.
I grab Doran's arm and I want to use my Ganymede ability to feel what he's feeling.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah. Sojourn, you end up right there with him, to the point where you suddenly need Doran for balance because you just had that same kind of clash. And for a second, Sojourn, you see two blazing blue eyes in the infinite distance beneath you, as if you're looking straight down at it, as if you're looking at the devil in hell and it's looking back at you.
Oof. Okay. I want to use my impart ability as well and give him some of my calm.
Okay. Yeah.
So I grab both of your arms, Doran, and still kind of reeling from that feeling of like impending doom, basically. I want to give you some surety and calm and faith in you.
Doran, you start to feel that working against the emotion that you've got going, but there's so much tension and anxiety in you right now, and you feel it start to crest as if you're about to fall again. You hear this humming, almost vibrating like music, and then suddenly everyone in this room hears a as the high E string on your lute snaps.
Oh.
I take it down and look around. Was like anyone near my back or something?
Nobody. You had your back to the wall. Everyone's kind of around you now in a sort of defensive barrier.
Are you okay?
I don't think so.
Okay. I slowly let go of your arms. What do you need?
That was weird, and I set the lute on the table and take a step back. I don't know, Sojourn, but I don't know. Did the room shake for you?
Did it physically shake?
Didn't physically shake. You felt that
I
falling
felt
sensation. You can connect what happened.
Soren, I think there's something going on with you.
Usually just in dreams.
I saw something. Is that what you see all the time?
You saw, huh?
There's something under us.
I don't think I'm supposed to be here for more than one reason. I don't want to visit them right now.
Okay. No, that's okay. Let's go. Let's keep moving on.
I start walking away and then remember Bobka's lute and then pick it up and follow along.
Yeah. You're all ushered out of here with Serve and Warble leading up the rear. Aaron talking with Warble in the back. He says, "Yeah, it's probably not good to spend a whole lot of time down here. We got like a radon problem. That could have been it. I don't know."
Yeah, whatever you say. Aaron doesn't know what that means, so.
Aaron's not from Minnesota.
Yeah. They don't know the pain.
The only place with basements.
They lead you up and out to the street to get some fresh air, and you are back out in the parks of Elm District again.
So we gotta head to lunch.
I don't think he knows what lunch is, so whenever.
Do they have lunch here at Dawn's Edge, Doran?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Very well.
Listen, I don't think it's a good idea. And Corey steps forward. I don't think it's a really good idea for me to, be around the Market Foundry area. It's just too many familiar faces. I got to the inn with Bump, but I think I got to go back to the ship for a while or lay low.
What if we disguised you? I thought we were sticking together.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I get it. This is a big deal. This has been a lot going on. I think you'd be safe on the ship if you want to go back.
He looks up at Doran.
And do what you got to do.
Can we trust him to return to the ship and not to his...
Of course! What do you... He, puts up a hand to, shush you guy.
We can. And Doran tries to say it with confidence.
Okay.
We can trust your brother, Poppy.
Sure.
Somehow I'm convinced.
Do you want to make a persuasion check?
I'm trying to convey it like a winky. Of course, we can trust him to the party.
Aaron's never heard Dorn be that confident about anything, and Aaron's just like, something's going
what
on.
the fuck is up? Yeah.
So I guess persuasion's probably fine.
Yeah.
26.
That's to the rest of the group?
Yep.
Yeah. They all get that what you're communicating here is let this happen. Like good outcome or bad outcome.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you need us.
Oh, yeah. I should probably get an echo bell from you guys.
We can contact Kesher. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell her just when I get to the ship.
Because you'll be at the ship.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
I'll be at the ship. Okay. Yeah, of course.
Are we hungry? Is that why you asked, Guy?
No. The lunch date was with the Forge Master.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Perhaps he was confused about the nature of this lunch.
Well, do we know where we're going?
No. That's why Corey was coming with us.
What was the forge again?
Yeah, they had talked about the Market Foundry before.
Okay.
It used to be the old market that has been turned into an industrial zone.
It's probably going to look different, but I think I can get us there.
I think we can follow the smokestacks.
Probably.
Also true. You look up and there's a black and green cloud just pouring out of one side of the city. Aaron, give me a perception check.
Everybody gets to do a perception check.
Everybody look your eyes.
Look your eyes.
Blink, 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 blink.
Just that like eyelid. Like,
Oh,
21.
all right. Aaron, this all kind of happens too quickly, but you do realize what's happening as it goes. You see a somewhat large insect coming straight for you, about the size of a June bug.
Ew.
But what you notice with a 21 perception is that the buzzing sound that it's making while it's flying has a strange metallic whistle to it. It flies down to Doran, and then it makes one smooth circle around him, and you can see this white glow on the bug as it does, and then it just flies away.
Can I try to grab it?
This one got a little too high for you to grab, but you did see what was going on here. There's something unnatural about this insect.
Does it sound like a automaton machine?
It does. It's got like a whirring kind of servo noise in it.
Did you guys see that?
Probably not.
There's a bug. I think it was a machine that just flew around Doran and flew away.
Oh, that,
Sorry.
that reminds me. Sorry, not to change the subject. And I pull out an echo bell. We can keep an eye on Corey, so to speak.
is he gonna betray us?
I think so, but it might be useful to know how.
Oh, that's what that was
Man.
about.
Do you want it, Poppy?
Do you trust me with that information?
I think
What?
just the fact that you're asking that question means yes. And of course we trust you.
I just don't want you guys to think, oh, she's a Kenmore, so she's gonna stay loyal to the Kenmores.
You literally 10 minutes ago were like, I want to kill my whole family.
I wanted to. I said I would if it came down to it.
So I think we trust you is all I'm saying.
Yes, you're the one who will have the helpful context for whatever situation he will find himself in.
Yeah, I'll take it. And for the record, I would love to not have to kill my dad.
Yeah.
Aaron, give me perception with advantage.
But
Advantage.
10. Oh, with advantage. It's going to be better. 23.
These are the rolls of Hannah G. Gung, gung. You said 23?
Yeah, 23.
All right. With a 23, you are very much predisposed to looking out for these things, for any kind of movement. You know, it's like once you see a spider in your room, you are just paranoid about any kind of movement.
Yep.
You see one of these bugs crawling on a door frame right next to you as you're kind of stepping through the city here. And as it moves, you get a great look at this thing. Again, it looks very much like a beetle, except its abdomen is made of a white glowing crystal.
I'm going to try to grab it.
what about its thorax?
Non-existent.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
Is the thorax the butt?
I think the thorax is the middle part.
So the abdomen?
I think thorax is butt.
Rx's butt.
It's a 14.
So it's got no butt.
A goo goo.
Cuckoo.
It's thorax, but
Not a great dex save on this little bug. So you grab it without destroying it. You kind of like pluck it between your fingers, and you feel it rattling and buzzing against you, trying to get out. But it's just kind of like a little metal slap.
I caught one.
Oh my gosh.
Great.
It feels weird.
Can I look at it?
Do you have a jar or a bottle?
Yeah. Oh, here. I have plenty of empty jars.
Pop
Yeah.
it in the bottle.
You throw it in the bottle, and you hear this like aggressive like.
This is like hitting the glass.
Can
Yeah.
I look at it arcanely?
Yeah.
Arcanely.
Give me an Arcana check.
While you're doing that, thorax is chest. Equivalent.
yeah, it's the middle part.
Got
What's
it.
the butt?
Abdomen.
Damn.
Which
that
is
doesn't
weird.
make any
I know.
sense.
Yeah.
Bugs are weird.
15?
It doesn't take you much, actually, to recognize a hologram crystal. That is what is in this thing's abdomen? Abdomen.
Butt?
It's butt. It is made of a hologram crystal. It looks like this device is basically a flying autonomous camera.
A surveillance bug. I'm going to put this in the dark and shove it in my pocket.
That's the second one I've seen in like 2 minutes, so that makes me nervous.
Well, who does it? I mean, did it look like any kind of? Was there like a signature on it of like who made it?
I'll look again.
Take it out from all the packs you just put it in.
Yeah.
You look at it again, and there's no signature on it. There's no kind of like maker's mark or stamp or branding or anything. What you do notice looking at this is the investigation check that you have to make.
I noticed the investigation.
You're
Can
like,
I-
ah, dang.
Can I give Bardic Inspiration?
No, you cannot until you get your loot fixed.
He can't sing or anything?
Oh. Never mind.
Can it be like
Is
a,
it the high E string or the low E?
a
high E?
worse bardic inspiration?
He can say it, but it's not going to inspire
Hey, what
you.
about just helping?
You can help.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. You have advantage.
Which is better than
It could be
bardic
better. Yeah.
inspiration.
Well,
Oh my god, okay. Investigation?
yep.
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at this, it doesn't look like a Kenmore device at all. This thing looks almost organic. Why would they go through the trouble of giving it like a little bug face with these perfectly round eyes and this intensely detailed filigree on its wings? This is craftsmanship beyond anything you've ever seen.
This isn't one of my dad's unless he's gotten better at design.
Can I do a history check to just know if there's any like famous engineers or mechanics that could be capable of something like this?
Mhm.
13.
I mean, you knew about Forge Master Bump before you left this place. He didn't have such a significant role in the city before this. This could be influenced by his work. Even this, though, looks really beyond what you can physically make mechanically. There's just no production method for this.
This is curious.
Who would be tracking us if not for your father?
But specifically Doran.
Well, maybe Bump, if this is related to Bump's work, maybe he knows who does make it if it's not him. We could
Maybe he
bring it to-
trained somebody.
Yeah, we could bring it to him.
I think
Is it almost lunchtime?
I think it could always be lunchtime if you wish hard enough.
Got about an hour or so.
I could go for BLTs.
Let's take a quick break. For the listener, it is noon,
It is noon.
It is lunchtime.
so it was a timely joke on our end.
a lunchtimely joke.
Name of the episode?
We should stuff the jar with cloth and put it in a dark bag.
Yeah. Do you have any spare gambesons?
I don't want to get.
Oh, no, it's fine. I have like marshmallows. Hold on.
I just got my sleeping gambeson.
It's floor length. It goes with the hat.
With the long hat.
And the inside's coated in lotion.
Why? Okay, I shove a bunch of marshmallows in the jar and I put it in my bag.
Okay. Yeah, it starts churning the marshmallows.
Yuck. You're gonna have
Could be a
marshmallow fluff. Yeah.
Can you examine this? And it's just covered in sticky goo shit. Like,
Dorn, do you want me to stop by Driscoll's and just check to see if it's actually them?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I could say something to them and then you wouldn't. I mean, they would know you're alive, but you don't have to go through the.
Don't tell him.
Okay. What are their names?
Cliff and Doreen.
All right. Yeah, I can just make sure it's actually them and see if they seem to be doing okay. Would that help?
You might. Yeah. They're gonna be in back of house, so you might have to. Please make sure you see them. Make sure they're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Driscoll's restaurant.
all right.
Does anyone want to come with me?
I mean,
I definitely do.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Meet the parents.
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, Aaron, why don't you come with and we'll check things out?
Mm-hmm. We're the most sneaky, also. So
I wouldn't be able to keep a secret.
Yeah.
You two have fun.
maybe, do you guys just want to wait by the horse?
The
place?
shitty horse?
Yeah, we could also maybe get a room here if there's an inn nearby, or if it has rooms.
Shitty Horse has a couple rooms.
So why don't you guys take care of that, and we'll meet back here in a little bit.
We shall secure a room.
Oh, also, I'm going to clip the echo bell to my hat
Okay.
so I can hear if anything's
Constantly.
going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
There's a sign on the door of Driscoll's that says no gambus and no shoes, no service.
As in, yeah, you have to have a Gambison.
Oh, we're underdressed.
We expect Gambisons to be clean and orderly. Sojourn and Aaron at Driscoll's. When you walk up, you can see a like cornucopia emblem on the restaurant, and then set aside from the cornucopia emblem is a bowl of soup. And the sign beneath it says, Driscoll's. You can have whatever you want, but it'll take a while, or you can have soup.
I feel like the Tordos would love this place.
Probably, yeah.
But it's a well-kept establishment with the heaviest fucking oak door you've ever seen in your life. Looks like actually defenseful, almost like a barricade. When you open that up,
What if they always serve breakfast? Sorry. Doran always wants breakfast for dinner and that we've never had it.
oh, yeah.
I don't know that it's necessarily that he wants breakfast. It's that he doesn't have a concept of which meal is during which part of the day.
That's true.
Okay,
Also,
sorry for the-
John has a huge hit rate of just being like, yeah, Doran like takes a bite of his sandwich and it's like, nobody's eating. You're not at a meal. It's like,
Where'd you
Doran
get that
sips his
sandwich?
broth.
yeah. Yeah. I think twice that's happened where Doran tried to launch
Oh,
out
it's
of
like the
contact.
stick. He had a stick. We're
Yeah.
like, where'd you get a
I grabbed a
stick?
stick.
Grab a stick.
All right.
Sorry for the.
People are going to be asking
tangent.
about where the stick came from.
When you step into this establishment, it's like getting a warm hug from your own family.
Aw.
The smell of fresh soup and fresh cooked meats and food just kind of waft in towards you, and there's an obvious warmth to this place, and a lot of people chatting and talking, and it feels like home.
Well, this is pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, I really like this place.
When you're here, you're family.
When you're here, you're here. Can I just do kind of a look around to see if there's anyone recognizable? Is Sydney here?
Yes, actually. The first thing you notice is Sydney taking orders at a table. She's taking detailed orders, which means not soup. Mm-hmm. They finish up and they give you a nod, and then they kind of like point at themselves as if like, are you here to talk to me?
I nod.
Aaron waves.
She comes over, kind of like notepad in hand. She says, hey, what can I get for you?
Yeah, I was.
We would like 2 parents.
She starts writing and she goes,
Nope. Nope.
Oh, no.
Nope. We
2
would.
pairs of biscuits.
oh, sorry, yeah, I thought you
Do
said.
you have biscuits?
Yeah, and she points up at the sign. She goes, we have everything.
Wow.
All right. How about each of us gets a soup, and then I would also like to ask if the owners, like, can you tell us a little bit about the owners? We're new in town, so we don't know anything about this place.
Oh, yeah. So this place was established 6 years ago by Cliff Driscoll. He used to work at the castle for the king. So he was one of the king's cooks. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot of prestige around this place. So I mean, he's used to making everything fresh to order, but he's not used to like doing it quickly. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the deal here. It's either soup on hand or let him do his thing.
So he's the main chef.
Yeah. Yep.
Is he here right now?
He is. Yeah. He's cooking back there.
All right.
And
yeah.
Doreen just kind of runs the books and really takes care of the establishment itself, and he just wants to cook.
Sure. And Doreen, that's Cliff's partner?
Oh, yeah, yep. They're married for, 22 years, something like that.
Sure. And does she hang out around the restaurant at all, or?
She's mostly like a hands-off kind of role, but, I mean, she's here on occasion.
Is she here today?
She was here earlier. I haven't seen her.
Okay. Yeah, just curious. This place looked really, like, we came in and it was such a nice environment.
Family
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hopping spot. They're doing it right.
Okay. Do they seem good and happy and healthy and?
Give me an insight check.
This is great for me.
So interesting.
Actually, this is great for me. Not if I roll bad.
No.
6.
Yeah. She looks back, and you catch a flash of somebody moving through the kitchen. She goes, yeah, totally healthy, happy, yeah.
Nice. That's good to know.
Well, we'll take those soups and biscuits.
Yes, 2 soup, 2 biscuit.
Yeah. That sounds right.
All right. I'll be right back with those.
Well, where's the bathroom?
Bathroom is... Nope, it's down the hall and to the left. No jokes, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
She steps away, and Sojourn, you keep looking up to see that same figure in the kitchen. They seem completely into what they're doing, not happy or unhappy, just dutifully passing the time.
Okay.
Stirring the soup like he misses his son.
Every once in a while, wiping a tear.
Just letting it drip into the soup.
Yeah.
More salt.
Sojourn, I feel like you really needed to use the bathroom before we came in here. You said
Yeah.
you had to go.
I definitely said that.
So I'll just hold our table and
Okay.
and you can go do that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to do that. Yep, I'm going to walk to the bathroom. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Is it near the entrance to the kitchen at all?
It is. It's like one of those things where you kind of have to pass right in front of the kitchen door. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hot plate.
Okay. Does Cliff look like he's incredibly busy?
He doesn't look incredibly busy. He just throws a towel over his shoulder, takes a big sigh, and then washes his hands. And he's kind of like taking a breather for a second.
Okay. I just, I go up close to the door and I say, excuse me?
You see this chef, and he's not wearing chef's whites. He's wearing a fucking gambeson.
What?
And you see like a stray noodle just like stuck to his gambeson. And he's kind of peeling it off as he looks up at you. And he just says, hello there.
Yeah, I just think you've got a really cool establishment here, and I love the environment, and it looks like everyone is really enjoying their food, and I just wanted to shake your hand. I'm from out of town.
Pulls the noodle off of his chest, and he kind of slurps it up, and squints his eyes, points at you. Furbolg.
Yeah, I'm not from around here, but I'm visiting and just wanted to check out a place that seems to be really beloved.
Your comment is incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I got a little bit of an accent, but yeah, I've been speaking this language for quite a while. I'm probably around similar age to you, actually.
Yeah, hardly any accent at all. He reaches out to shake your hand.
Yeah, I shake it, and I just want to use my Ganymede ability to feel what he feels.
Yep, cool. The one thing with this Ganymede thing, there's a chance they might notice what you're doing or feel it a bit.
Okay.
He does not.
He's just chomping his noodle.
You were like, Tara has to have consequences for what she's doing right now, and then the dice were like,
noodle.
no.
That's a good noodle. Cut that part. Yeah. All you get is pride right now. Somebody gave their compliments to the chef, and he's just kind of swelling with pride about the building. You feel his thoughts meander towards this establishment, and then for a second, you do see his old kitchen in the castle and how clean he used to keep that, or how clean he used to have Doran keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just seems, continuing to shake his hand, it just seems like a really great family-friendly environment and place. And, I know a lot of kids that would really like this place.
Yeah, I appreciate the words. He continues to shake your hand. Typically, people would say something along the lines of, like, my compliments to the chef. It's a kind of succinct way of getting the point across for what you're saying. But I appreciate the level of detail you're going for. I'm truly just trying to give you the kind of common parlance here. And while he's talking all these stupid words that you're not listening to and you're just kind of focusing on like what you're seeing, you're in that same room and you start to mention kids. And as you do, you see Doran come through with his loot. And when he does, he looks suddenly scared, and he like puts the loot down very cautiously, and he puts on his apron and starts filling up a bucket of water, all just kind of happening in fragments. But when that happens, you feel a genuine longing and this sense of loss, and more than that, a sense of failure and shame.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you for teaching me a little bit more about the culture here, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
He goes to like pull away from your handshake a little bit. Mm-hmm. Do you let him?
I just give him like a good squeeze, like, you should be proud of this place.
Okay.
While this was going on, could I have just like, I also have to go to the bathroom and kind of stealthily, Aaron's so curious to get eyes on these people that raised Doran.
Give me a stealth check.
Stealthily just get eyes on what's happening. Mm-hmm. 25.
Stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah, you catch Sojourn kind of in the early parts of this conversation and listen throughout. The last thing that you see, Sojourn, is through a crack in the door, kind of like peering into the kitchen this time. You see Doran playing his lute, and you feel warmth.
That's so sweet. All right, yeah, I give his hand a pat and then pat him on the shoulder and then skedaddle.
Yeah.
Pat him on the butt.
Aaron, this whole time while you're watching this, a couple of times you see Cliff's eyes flit away from Sojourn and down to something near his cooking area. And as soon as Sojourn leaves, you see Cliff put his hands on his hips and kind of smile, and he looks sort of somber for a second. And then he goes back to his cooking area, and he reaches for the whiskey flask that he keeps next to him all the time.
Oh. Health. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I forget to go to the bathroom and just go back to the table.
Aaron, as you kind of turn away from listening, you start to hear from the world around you something you hadn't noticed for the last couple minutes. Is something going, yeah, so we do a ton of adventuring, and, it's mostly me and my crew. I guess you could call me a paladin, kind of the big armor shield type, but you look like an adventurer yourself, and, we make a lot of money out on the trails. There's this investment thing I got going on with a couple buddies of mine, and it has to do with a lot of the automaton stuff that's going on here, and it's called blockchain, so we just, and, as soon as you realize this is happening, what do you do?
He's talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I was just overhearing this.
No, he's been talking at you the entire time that you've been watching Cliff.
Aaron's just gonna walk backwards into the women's restroom and let the door just swing shut behind them, and then hide in the bathroom.
Yeah, you just hear the muffled monotony continuing from outside until it stops.
Blockchain mail.
When you come back to the table, you've got soup and biscuits.
Yes.
Back at the Shitty Horse. What's the goal here? Getting some
A
rooms?
room?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Down here.
Oh, hi, Poppy.
Hi, sir. Sir, would you perchance have a room?
Yeah, just two of them, unless y'all are used to private rooms.
2 rooms?
2 open.
Oh. No, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 will do.
Yes, some of us can be in one room, and then the rest could be in the second room.
That's a great idea, Guy.
Yes. All right. He kneels down and slides out a box of keys and gives you 2 of them. Says, y'all can stay here. I'm not going to charge you nothing.
No, you're an establishment. You need to make money. That's how the world works.
I'm about to make 0 money for the rest of my life, so let's call this an investment.
Can we not invest in you? How about 2 gold?
2 symbolic gold.
For the rest of your life.
He slaps the counter. Put him up.
I will give him 2 gold.
All right.
Criminal.
Yeah. You've got 2 reserved rooms here. In addition to that, he tells you he's also going to keep some employees near your doors just to make sure that nobody but you is going in and out of those.
Okay. Insight check?
Sure.
10.
You both just have a half smile at each other, and nothing is said.
Okay. Were we supposed to be doing anything else?
With the other halfling that was with us, he may return to our rooms, so he can be let in.
All right, I'll put him on the guest list.
And then the 2 that aren't here right now.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't forget them.
So anyway, about these bugs.
Most peculiar.
Have you seen the bugs?
Yeah, did you run into some of those little creepy robots?
Yeah,
Bugs?
do you know what they're doing?
My best guess is they're keeping an eye out on us, or an ear.
How long ago did they start showing up?
Things have been getting weirder and weirder vis-a-vis the mechanical stuff around here. Those, last 2 weeks maybe.
Does that coincide with Father?
With other stuff getting weirder, more advanced, less explainable. Some of these new automatons, they can do stuff that I've never seen before.
Do you know who's behind all of it?
It's Father, every last ounce of it. I try not to use the G word with
Right.
challenges, but it's...
What's the G word?
God.
Oh.
Poppy, maybe we should call in Ruin and have him get his eyes on it. He could swing by and pick it up.
Yeah. He's your boy.
Happy trade. All right. Is there roof access here?
Yeah, actually. Just out this way.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm going to hop up on the roof and give Rune a call and see if he can do a drive-by, I guess. I don't know how subtle that could be, but...
Yeah, Rune lets you know that directly over the area that's not the landing dock is going to be controlled airspace, and that he'd be under fire if he tried.
Dang. Okay.
Send it back to the ship. I'll pick it up.
All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Sounds good. I'm excited. Take that sucker apart.
Yeah, be careful with it. It's kind of amazing. I'm not sure what it's capable of.
My first hunch is that it wouldn't be able to report anything unless it physically returned to where it came from.
Okay. Well, good.
Oh, like they have a mainstream too.
Yeah.
That's smart. Okay.
Should we all go back?
I'll make the trip, Poppy.
Well, if we're going to lunch soon, I could have Steed return it.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Can't believe you guys climbed up here with me. That's nice.
It's a little, it is a little crowded up here.
Right? It's just a lot of empty bottles everywhere.
And speaking of, come to me, Steed. Yes.
Even tighter now with a dragon donkey up there with you, just kind of keeping all of his hooves in tight so he actually has somewhere to stand.
Steed, we need you to return this bug machine here back to Master Rune, back at the dock.
Absolutely.
Does he have saddlebags?
He opens his mouth and goes, oh.
That seems not
He
safe.
just puts the whole damn thing in his mouth.
Don't chew.
swallow it.
It's glass.
You all feel the big steel door behind you start to open. Serv goes, everything okay out here?
Oh, yeah.
God, damn near nowhere to stand.
That's my foot.
That's all right. No pushing.
I wouldn't technically take up any space because I can move through people.
True. Also, you're just floating around.
Yeah.
All right.
That solves that.
Doran, from
Yeah.
up here, across the way, you see a storefront. It's on the road behind this place, but being up on the roof here now, you can see Tuna Me Loot.
Unami loot.
This is where you got your first loot from, out on Elm Street.
Tuna melt.
Tuna Melt Loot. Tuna Me Loot. It's a settled-in building tucked between two larger storefronts with a sagging roof and dusty windows, and an oak tree grown so large and gnarly that it's practically blocking the door. But seeing the light filtering into that store, you remember the day that you walked in there and bought that thing. You walked in to play it so many times that you've been banned from the store until you actually came in with money one day.
We got time, guys, right?
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do for the next 43 minutes.
I need to get this tuned up. We're probably going to need it. Do you want to come with?
Shopping?
And I kind of point over at the Tuna Me Loot.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I don't see why not. I've never been much for music, but
Well, they got a lot of knickknacks and stuff. Yeah, let's go.
Dust kind of kicks up everywhere as you walk into this place. You hear the whirring of servos as an automaton clerk kind of turns around as you enter.
Hello?
Customer.
Who's talking? I look around.
You hear some creaky old servos move, and one of the most ancient, basic, clunky-looking automatons steps out from behind the desk.
Oh, does this place still do tune-ups?
It nods up and down.
Yes, still, as always, do tune-ups.
I need one kind of done today, and I take the loot off my back. Also, not a huge deal, but, and I point at all the cat claw marks, kind of in the fretboard and stuff. I don't know if this could get touched up or something. Just
A good polish. Yes.
great.
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna do it?
Of course. I have nothing but time.
Okay. We'll just browse, I guess, and just wait till it's done. Is that okay?
It reaches towards you to take the loot.
Okay. A little hesitant, but I hand it over.
It only takes a few steps back to its little desk, kind of lays the loot down, and gives it a good look over. This automaton has the vibes of just an ancient old man. He does everything slowly. You start to wonder if he really is getting towards the end of his automaton life.
Could you actually do a heavier gauge? I just gets out of tune a little too easy, so.
Gives you a deep nod, and he very deftly moves his old hands up to this little box, and he pulls out these more kind of elite-looking strings that are all wound up. Instead of replacing the broken one, he replaces all of them.
Right.
While he's got the strings off, he takes the time to polish over and kind of sand down those marks on the fretboard. You see the repair is going a little farther than what you asked for. He's actually starting to replace some of the brass frets that had been pressed down and scratched so much that they weren't kind of doing anymore. There's too much buzz going on when you played.
Wow. I was a little nervous at first, but looks nice.
Doran, look, they have halfling-sized drum kits.
Those are kid drums. Yes, of course. That's great. Nice. Yeah.
I found a tambourine.
That was what I was going to suggest.
We could start a band.
Poppy, I felt like you'd be more of a piano player. It's not very portable, but I mean, with your wagon.
My fingers don't stretch very far.
Right.
You all hear this shuk, 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 shuk. And you look down and you see that Pinch has stuck a maraca into his butt.
Ooh, we probably have to buy that now.
Doran, as he's finishing up his repairs, you can see one of his fingers is specialized to just like turn the knobs on string instruments to like tighten the strings. And as he finishes up the last string, he kind of like holds the neck so he can see if there's any bend to it anymore. And as he's giving it back to you, you hear him go,
Driscoll.
Sorry?
Am I correct?
Yeah. How? What gave me away? Open Gundam style.
he looks up at you and he says,
Older now? Yes. Upgraded.
Me? That's a weird way to think about aging. What's your name?
The proprietor has passed, but before he passed, he named me Steely Dean.
Love it. Love it.
I see. So you own this place now?
I do.
Oh, and I'm probably on the ledger for... Well, I definitely have money now most of the time, so you don't have to worry about that.
This is not the design we sold you.
No, yeah. That one saw some things. This one definitely... You've done wonderful things to it.
nods his head again. He says,
Art is to be appreciated.
Do you make any of your own from scratch?
He nods deeply. He gestures out to a lot of the ones that you see hanging up behind him.
Oh.
I have all the time in the world.
I guess I hadn't really thought about it much. How much time do we have?
2 weeks.
I'm going to look around and just see if any loots in particular kind of call out to me.
Hey, Dor!
I have a loot.
They all look well made. None of them especially suited to your style. One of them has the stylings of Dawn's Edge with some bronze inlays and cloud features to it. That one might be a nice keepsake just to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I can appreciate art. These are all gorgeous instruments.
He looks up at that and he gives you another sincere deep bow with a
Poppy, do we have any spare coin?
Well, it depends on how much it costs. How much were the repairs?
4 gold, 7 silver.
And how much for that one?
Turns around slowly and looks up at it and then looks back at you. And he says,
45 gold, discounted to 30 gold.
Well, that's
We
agreeable.
can spare that.
Yeah, thank you.
He says, art appreciates art.
Steely, take care of yourself.
They are not art.
They?
you see his head is like low, kind of locked in a bow, but he's looking out the window of the store. And you see a pair of automaton guards walking by holding weapons.
They serve a purpose.
They are not like us.
I know.
They are not clever. They're not thoughtful. They've no thoughts at all.
Are they all controlled by one thing?
He kind of does like a two-part motion to turn his body towards Poppy and then says,
Yes. Father.
Are there many like you left in the city?
He does another two-part motion to turn over to Guy, except this time it's just his head moving around. Yes.
Well, you may not have as much time left in the world as you think, unless you get out of town.
No. I am grown in.
Oh.
That is to say, unless the others like you who are still here are willing to fight?
Perhaps, though many of us are aged, obsoleted.
Being old doesn't mean you're obsolete. Isn't that right, Guy?
Yes, we still have many uses. And I think you do too.
Perhaps art, but I cannot fight. I cannot keep up. I don't understand this TikTok.
Well, Doran here knows how to fight with this loot you've given him, so you're still helping the cause.
We'll do what we can to keep things here as best we can. Thank you.
Thank you. May we survive the darkest dawn.
We will, one way or another. And leave the shop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're going. Goodbye.
Bye.
Doran, when you step out, you immediately do this like because there's like a bug in your face, and then it like pops off of you and then goes down to Poppy, and it starts doing a little circle. You all have a split second here.
Smash it.
Okay.
I take out my rolling pin.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to make this better? Oh, well, that's not terrible, actually.
Looking for a 16 to hit this tiny, tiny creature.
Okay, that would be 18.
All right, yeah. You take out your rolling pin and smack this bug down to the floor, and you see it scatter into a million parts.
I'm sick of these things.
I don't like it.
They're really all over, huh?
Well, now we know the source.
Oh, what time is it?
Time for you to get a watch. Look at that, it's Sojourn and Aaron.
Woo!
Hey, how was lunch?
Well, I met Cliff, and he seemed okay.
Yeah.
Doreen wasn't there, but they're still together and running a pretty good place.
Yeah, the food was really good. We had a quick bite, and
We ate lunch before lunch.
well, let's not get into the weeds here.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad.
he misses you. I didn't talk about you. I didn't say anything.
He misses the idea of me.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
at least making sure they're okay.
And we can talk about it another time.
The best part was he dresses just like you, so
He was wearing a gambeson
I see where you get it now.
in the kitchen.
It's
he didn't.
weird.
He did not used to do that.
I don't know what to tell you, but
That's
he
like-
was wearing a gambeson, and it was not kitchen appropriate attire. It was getting messy.
Yeah, it was cute.
Okay.
He seemed really kind.
Just wants to be like his fancy boy.
All right.
To the forges?
Time for second lunch.
Cool. All right. As a collected group, you're all heading towards the Market Foundry, where you know Forge Master Bump to be.
Should I do the talking because I sent the message, or I don't even know what I'm looking for?
Do you want to be doing the talking?
No, but I feel like I have to see it through.
Doran, you're able to lead the party to where the market used to be and where this zone has been industrialized into. But when you get there, you see that this place is overrun with scaffolding and loose wires and toxic smoke. You see flowing from the great walls around here several streams of molten metal and slag, all feeding the constant pulse of industry here. This place is insanely dangerous for people to be in, and it seems to be populated almost exclusively by automatons.
Everybody do your best robot impression.
Eat short.
So all five of you in a line, just like stiff robot motions.
Aaron does not do that.
This is confusing. Okay, I think this is the right turn. And like put my head under this like metal tube that is inexplicably steaming hot too.
Yeah.
Don't touch it. Ouch. Okay. And
It's really smoky over here.
make my way towards the forge.
Taking the lead here, Doran, you find that this place has been fundamentally kind of flipped upside down in terms of its navigation. It was entirely rebuilt, so that when you say that and try to lead them somewhere, you lead them directly into a dead end. On top of that, Doran, I'm going to have you roll on the Foundry Hazards table. Give me a d20.
Oh,
Great. 13.
All right.
it's probably lucky.
With a 13, one of those extremely hot pipes, one of the valves opens on it, and a burst of toxic smoke gets blown at you. I need a con save out of you.
Okay.
DC 15.
Give yourself +4.
Okay, that's a 12.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no.
You all see Doran walk to the back of the dead end, put his hands on his hips, look down towards a pipe, and the pipe, almost like responding to him, goes... Doran, you are knocked unconscious for 1 minute.
Oof.
Whoa.
Aaron's gonna run up
Sheesh.
and try to pull him out of the steam smoke coming out, and just drag him away.
Yeah, Aaron, you get a whiff of that, and it's like pure ammonia in your nostrils as you pull Doran off.
Doran, are you okay? And Aaron's kind of patting him and shaking him.
Yeah.
He's not burned, is he? His beautiful face.
No, yeah.
Okay, good.
Still
No,
intact.
like health damage.
Nope, but a minute later, Doran, you finally come to.
Yikes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay.
It's clear this place was not meant for human patrons, living or unliving.
This is where it should have been. I don't know.
Maybe we can ask someone for directions.
If they'll speak with us, let's try the next automaton we meet.
You step out of that dead-end alleyway, and you see a pair of automatons that are kind of joined in carrying a large steel pipe from one end of the place to the other.
Excuse me, sirs.
As they pass by, they just go,
Foundry inventory. Foundry inventory. Foundry inventory.
Yes. Is there a Forge Master bump in that inventory?
they actually don't even slow down to talk to you.
And, well, it's actually you. Okay.
They might be bringing it there. That's what it sounds like.
I suppose that's worth a shot. Just watch out for any of those pipes again.
As you pass by a couple more of these automatons, you sort of realize that they constantly say their destination as they're walking, and it seems to be the only thing that they'll talk about.
Can we listen for one that says they're going where Forge Master Bump is?
Nice. Give me an insight with advantage there.
Can Doran also
His
listen?
ears were just burned off.
Doran could also take advantage on that check.
15.
Okay.
Worse.
Wow. All right. With a 15, Aaron, you hear a lot of different locations being shouted out. You're like, all right, give it to me. And just all at once. It's just blah, 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 blah.
All right, Aaron's going to climb on top of a roof and try to look.
Okay. I was gonna.
You can do it. You're going to do too.
If we come to a crossroads, I'm gonna sip the air in each direction.
Okay. Aaron.
That's dangerous with all the chemicals.
We'll resolve that first, Aaron. As you start climbing on the metalwork here, I need you to make a foundry hazard roll. D20.
Just a D20. Oh, I almost rolled a nat 20. 14.
Guess what? You reach up to grab something. Turns out what you're grabbing is the cap of a valve and toxic smoke right in your face. Aaron, you actually climbed up a bit.
5 on the con save.
Okay, no for the con save. So you do fall unconscious, and you all see Aaron just kind of like slump off to the side, but still completely stuck to the pipes that they're climbing.
Oh, they're taking a nap, I guess.
All right, this is not going well, everybody.
Poppy, go ahead and you sip the air in each direction.
Yes.
In one direction, you taste burning spice that kind of makes your tongue numb.
Okay.
Way too hot, way too spicy. You taste a different direction, and you taste tingly. Your mouth starts to buzz.
Okay.
You taste a final direction, and you feel your tongue sliding against something smooth and polished. Whatever it is, it's silky smooth.
Okay, so we've got spicy hot, like maybe too hot. We've got tingles. We've got smooth. Smooth mouthfeel. I'm thinking smooth mouthfeel.
Sure.
Maybe.
Aaron wakes up and climbs back down.
Aaron wakes up.
Where am I?
You all right?
Yeah, I don't think I should climb here. It's too dangerous.
Let's maybe stay on the paths.
Okay, we'll go this way. Follow me.
Sure.
All right.
Can I want to be looking out for any scrap metal on the way there. I have a backup idea in case this doesn't pan out.
Yeah. There's actually quite a lot of debris around here. It seems like any kind of keeping up or cleaning is strictly not done here, and it's viewed as not necessary.
Okay, I just want to pick up a couple things.
You got some junk. You got a cogwheel and some scraps and a piece of a pipe. That smooth mouthfeel route
Yes.
takes you up a set of metal stairs that kind of rises up into the air. And you realize as you look around that there is a high walk around this entire place that you barely even noticed until now. But that's how you get to where you need to go.
We did it.
This work?
As you are walking down that scaffolding, you can hear the clink of your feet beneath you. And Poppy, you suddenly start to hear Coriander's voice right next to you.
Pause.
You hear,
Hey, Mom.
Wow.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I know. It didn't go great. We can talk about it. It's gonna be okay. He's okay. Well, when's the last time you heard from Lyrian? Okay. Well, listen, Mom, I'm back now, and no, I came back alone. I just wanted to. I think we should talk, you and I. Okay, tonight. I'll be at the castle. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna be unreachable though, Mom, for most of the day. So just wait for me to contact you, okay? Just don't contact me. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Interesting.
Yeah, we should keep listening in, find out more, but it sounds like where we were headed anyway.
You don't think he'll betray us, do you?
It didn't sound like it. He said he came here alone. I feel like he was covering a little bit for us.
He could be playing both sides, which isn't great for us, but it's not bad either.
He's a terrible liar. I'm worried.
It could be that your parents just do not naturally trust him, which maybe could work to our advantage.
Okay. I'm not killing Corey.
We don't need to be jumping to killing
Every
anybody. We don't
day.
need to do this.
Everybody
Poppy.
list which family members you are or are not killing right now.
I'll kill my dad.
Okay.
I'll dibs Corey, I guess. It's fine.
I don't think I could handle killing my mom.
Fair. Yeah, dibs on your mom.
All right.
You all finish up
Hey.
that conversation. You all move off of this upper catwalk area onto more sturdy ground as you're now in the factory proper, and you are at the final stage of the factory. You are at inspection, which is Bump's territory. You see around here all of these testing modules. You see these strange sets of arms. You see this weird gun barrel sticking out of the wall, and a ton of completely built automatons that are being like hung up by their cerebellum, by these hooks. And then you hear one immaculate golden filigreed automaton walking towards you, and he says,
Well, hello there.
Forge Master Bump, I presume.
Oh, indeed I am, and who do I have the pleasure of meeting this evening, this afternoon, this lunchtime?
Poppy Kenmore?
Kenmore?
No relation.
Oh, I've heard much of you, Poppy Kenmore. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, well, pleasure to make yours as well.
Indeed, and who do we have for the rest of us?
I'm Doran. Good to meet you.
Doran, yes.
You may call me Guy.
Delightful.
I'm Sojourn.
Sojourn.
I'm Erin.
Aaron, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. Now, why is it that we have coalesced over this lunchtime?
Well, we wanted to talk to you about things. Help? Line? I don't remember.
Oh, yes. Well, we came here to meet with you over the state of the city and events transpiring over the next several weeks.
We heard you're sort of a central linchpin in this whole operation, and we just wanted to know kind of more about what are you making here and who's in charge, and just trying to understand more.
Interesting.
He begins to walk around your party in a circle. You can see as he does that he does this quick kind of up and down on each of you, and you hear all of this like as he's like taking you in and inspecting you.
Well, let me start with introductions. I am Forge Master Balthazar Bartholomew Bump.
Yeah.
Bump.
Curious thing to say about the state of affairs. I might conjecture that you may have taken issue with the way that things are here, and what an uncouth thing to say for the one who runs the Forge operations. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, our issue is more that it seems like you guys are working overtime all the time. I mean, it's a lot. Don't automatons need a break now and then, too?
Well, sure.
You wear yourselves thin, you're gonna burn out.
It is true, there's a lot of work to do, but through times like this is when we make our greatest achievements.
Right. Have you noticed the dawns being darker recently?
Nice. I was trying to find a way to do it.
Me persuasion.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll give Bardic Inspiration to whatever it is.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Guidance also? D4?
Guy dance.
Guy dance.
You just-
Minus 1d4.
He just flosses.
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Poppy, when you get that bardic inspiration, you feel a little bit of extra confidence. You gain 3 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. And technically, Resplendent Pendant, you can pass it along to someone else too.
Yep.
I can give that to someone else.
Yeah.
Sojourn can have that.
Great. Thank you. Do I also get the temp HP or
Yep.
just the...
Same effect.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, dirty 20.
He looks over all of his creation. You see him kind of looking off the deck of the mezzanine at all the industry going on below. And then he does one of those kind of like half turns looking back at your group. He says,
I do hope we make it through this darkest dawn.
Snaps. As do we.
However, the gears are already in motion. I know precisely what I have created, and it is beyond perfection. This army will succeed. It will decimate this frontier, and it will secure victory for Dawn's Edge.
What precisely is the aim of this army, Forge Master?
It troubles me in the darkest nights that I do not know.
Okay.
It is my great shame to tell you all that I work for masters who I do not agree with, but the opportunity to create that they have presented me with, I could not pass up.
And that's the other Kenmores, right? Your
This
masters?
is correct.
Okay.
They work for Dawn's Edge. Your creations.
My creations work for AV0N Kenmore.
God.
Father.
So he pulls the strings, so to say.
That is correct. They all respond to him after my assembly.
And you didn't add any fail-safes?
I wouldn't dare. Not against him. He is more than a mechanical mind. When he returned, Avon refused to be called Avon. He insisted that it was an abbreviation. He called himself Father, and that Avon simply stood for Apex version 0 none.
More of a hybrid. situation.
Is there a way to stop them? An off switch? Forgive me, but a weak point?
Well, there is. It's been hidden in the conversation we've been having so far. That they all respond to Avon, central nervous system. What might happen, I wonder, if you were to remove that central control?
Kill your father. Got it.
Well, that becomes a complicated task when he's holed up in one of the largest, most defenseful, most hostile, violent factories on the face of the planet.
Where is Avon right now?
Less than a quarter mile from us, in the heart of this factory, in stage 1, prototyping. He hasn't left there for a month.
So is he creating them or are you creating them?
He creates the first version, we mass produce from there. But his first versions, oh, you don't mess with them.
Right.
Oh, if you're opening a sleeve of Oreos, could I have a
I assume you are going to keep creating until the plan begins?
Yes. I will continue as I have and see this through to its conclusion.
Is there any way we could convince you to not be so perfect going forward?
Absolutely not. There is no way. I will not sacrifice my creation for anything.
Okay, but what if you, added a way to stop them?
I will not sabotage. I will not create less than what I am capable of creating.
What would happen if we took out this central nervous system?
He nods to himself.
It would be a beautiful thing.
Would the automatons be free?
My theory is they would be either inanimate or effectively babies.
That doesn't bother you?
Well, without direct control, they're mostly just mechanisms. There's not a spirit in them like there is with me or some of my friends.
You said Avon wasn't always like this, so this was a recent...
It was recent, abrupt, tragic, physical. No one knows where he went, but he came back looking half like a drider, a spider body all mechanical to his lower half.
No.
Oh, no.
You hate to see it.
Oh, that reminds me. Bugs. Show him the bug.
Well, we don't have it anymore.
Oh, yeah. We found a bug.
Well, you're aware of these surveillance drones that are circling the city.
Certainly am. I don't manufacture those myself. Those are all straight out of Father.
So he is looking for us.
I believe so.
Have you seen any little domen automatons? They look like this?
Well, yeah, of course. They can get into all the hard spots.
Does he have a lot of those too?
Hundreds, thousands. They create a lot of the infrastructure here, working inside the pipes. They're like little tools themselves. They've existed longer than anything else.
Do you think Father has any weaknesses now that he's part machine?
There's nothing mortal left to him, nothing human. He doesn't care for that kind of stuff. He's obsessed with perfection and production, much like yours truly. But Avon's the least of your worries. Physically, I don't think he'd be much of a challenge. You could beat him over the head with a club like anybody else. He's not got magical force fields and whatnot.
The issue would be the robots protecting him, I imagine.
Quite right. Or the speed at which he can create new ones and just getting to them in the first place. He turns and looks deeper into his factory and he says, for someone to even get in here, you'd almost have to have somebody behind the scenes working the controls, creating malfunctions kind of one by one as they moved through this place and passing them off as everyday issues, keeping it real low key.
But you won't give up perfection.
He looks over at you, Poppy. You see this little, mechanical blade piece over his eyebrow move up he says.
I wouldn't give out perfection in my output, but factory accidents happen all the time.
Right.
If that were to happen, it'd be a shame for the Kenmores.
Well, I don't see that we'd need to report it if it all got fixed up same day. There is just one problem. I can't take a gamble like that on something that I don't know is going to pan out. Which means I need the 5 of you to pass inspection.
He gestures out around the room, and you see these giant mechanical arms. You see this gun barrel sticking out of the wall. You see this obstacle course set up for the automatons to try to get through. You see this, like, hammer button sticking up out of the ground for this, like, how hard can you hit it kind of test. He says,
If y'all can't pass this challenge, I'm not taking a gamble on you. And I think that's where we end it.
Oh, so no challenge?
thank you all so much for listening. I am Tim, your GM.
I'm Hannah, I'm playing Aaron.
This is Tara, and I'm Sojourn.
I'm Thomas, and I'm Guy.
I'm John. I play Doran.
I'm Maggie, and I'm Poppy, and this is the Thunderdome.
Krakow.
Please share the show with people you love, and we will see you next time. Real quick, we had, let's see here. Number one, I just want to say thanks, Gummy, for always being a major supporter of the show, and we're sorry that you had a bad day the other day. Wanted to give you a little love. Finally, I wanted to give a shout out to Kathleen, who just signed up on our Patreon as a paid supporter. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Please do share the show with people you love and help us grow. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thomas doing that like Minnesota goodbye thing, where like you're on the phone.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Love you, bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.